Hello everyone, this is me and this is day 8. This is day 8, right? This is day 8 of project 1. Yesterday we did some testing and I passed. So today I have to create a module for this. So I watched the video on how to create it and it's very close to how it is done in Java. So I know how to create a module in Java. So let's do that here too. So first of all, let's create a new file. Private hand module.py. Yep, dot py. And let's create. First of all, let's import our OpenCV2, OpenCV2, CV2. Import CV2. Import uh, media pipe as empty and create. Uh, what was that? No, I forgot the name. Oh shit, I forgot the name, bro. What was the name? Should I check how? Inline suggestions. Inline suggestion. Yep. Uh, import time. Yep. Okay, so now let's create a class. Hand detector. Yep. Oh, oh. Okay, no, not this level of cheating. No, not this level. No, nope, nope. Actually, you know what. Yeah, I'm gonna turn it off. This level of cheating won't do. I need some inline suggestion. I need some challenge. Yep, challenge. Yeah. So the did he use a def function to initialize everything? Oh yeah, they did. So see this cool stuff. Uh, so we create a class. Okay, so a class is like a code library or like a set of functions that can be accessed by many that can be accessed by different projects. Like if I have this in this here, if I create a class, this class should be able to be processed by this too. So the class is basically like that, and in class we will have a function. So we use define function to define a function. So define function, and this is the process that this function carries. So first of all what we need to do is create a different function for initializing. So self is our first object here. Okay, so what we are doing is we are initializing what we want. So what do we want? Let's say, so what do we want to initialize here? So we want to initialize this, right? We want to initialize this or don't. What do you want to initialize? Nothing. We need to initialize this. No, I'm doing something wrong. What did we initialize, bro? What did we initialize? We initialized. Oh, we initialized that. We initialized this. Okay, so this. Okay, so we initialize all these things. Static. Okay, I can name it myself. So static equals false. Yep. And what else? Max hands equals to. So it cannot close space. max hands equals to model complexity. Do we need this? I'll just write it. Model complex model equals 1 and minimum detection confidence and tracking detection confidence equals to 0.5, that's 50%, and tracking confidence is equal to 0.5, that is 50%. So we created this, and now we just need to initialize these. So how do we initialize this? So self dot static equals static st, no, not self, st a I C. Okay. So I have to explain this actually. So see, what is happening is like we like created a function, okay? So this function carries values in parameters. So we call it as variables for now, x, y, and z. So suppose I put x equals to 2, y equals to 5, and z equals to 7. I put it like that. So for us to verify, we will just call a function k. So k dot x equals to x. So what this does is doesn't overlap. It gives a clear value. So now, because see, uh, x is not directly a variable. X is behaving as a parameter. You cannot use parameter. So if I like do print x plus y, it won't register because now the value of x and y has changed. For the program, this value is just 2 and this value is just 5. There are no x and y. So we do this such that we store this particular value somewhere. So if we want to print this, we will print k dot y and k dot x. This is how we convert a parameter into a working variable. Self dot max hand equals to, no, max underscore hand. So like see here, this has to be like the main thing that we are going to work around. So see what is going to happen here is that if we like if I want 4 hands, so instead of always going here and changing this to 4, I can directly change the value here in the future area that I'm going to be. Let's go. Self dot model equals model and self dot recon equals to recon, self dot. But I guess I could be wrong. I guess so. Once I learn how to activate these functions, I will just see. And what do
Detection,
else do we need?
and then initializing
Yeah,
everything, and then there is the while loop. So we need to initialize these as well over here. And
we don't need to initialize that. Okay, so I knew we need to initialize these, but bro, we need to initialize these values. So just do self dot empty hands and self dot self dot. Yep. What does it even do, bro? I'm so confused. confused at this point. Why can't I just fucking name it as MP hand? It's not. There is no parameters for MP hands. Why should I write it as self? I see no parameters as MP hands. I can just write it as any variable. So, huh? This is a parameter. This is a parameter, and this is a parameter, and this is a variable. Are you kidding me? Just saying, if I just write what not accessed. Why? What? What do you mean it's not accessed? And what's the point of self? What is the point? Is point of let me just
And again, so instance,
okay. Okay. Why did we do that? Why? No. Okay, he did create this parameter, so let me just remove it because we I don't think we need it. Yep, bro. What is a self? Self is the reference to instance of a class. Okay, I don't understand. It allows methods to access and modify the object attributes and call other methods. Okay, it is going to take some time for me to understand. Oh, yes. Try to tell me what it means in the comments if you know it. No, self. Okay, so all these stuff. Happy, bro. Be happy. Now what?
there you go. So this should be fine. So I think the initialization is done. So now we can move on to the
Wait, what's this? An old man gives advice. What's this?
Good morning. Whoops, it's raining. Hold on a minute. There. I thought I'd talk to you a little bit this morning about, oh, by the way, this is a new computer and it does all kinds of things, so I have to be careful. I'm not the sharpest tack in the box when it comes to this new equipment. You're talking to a guy, or a guy is speaking to you now, that started driving a Model A car. I remember the first jet airplane and many first things. The Iceman delivering ice to an ice box, taking it off of a mule-drawn wagon. So, but I'd like to speak to you a little bit this morning about young people in particular, about accomplishing things. When I was young, as you know, I had a difficult childhood, but there's no excuse for people not being able to do what they want to do. You can do anything that you want to do. For example, as I've told you before, I lived in the back of an old car. I taught myself to read and write. So if you're young, don't give up. Don't say the world is just against me. That's not true. I taught myself to read and write. I've had 5 books published. I went to college, got a little bit of college. I've studied scripture for many, many years. I've raised 5 children. I've buried a mother, father, sister, brother, wife, and daughter. So a person can accomplish anything that they want.
Damn, bro. Like everyone in his childhood, like parents and siblings.
One time, to prove to myself that I was not an ignorant person, I bought a blackboard. And I purchased a correspondence course for computer programming, and I completed it with the blackboard. So, forge ahead. Don't stop. Never stop learning. Always reach out to better yourself, because when you do that, things expand. You understand more. You're happier. You're healthier. This old saying that if you don't use it, you lose it, is absolutely true. If you don't use that brain that God put in your head, one of these days you'll be sitting on a front porch somewhere and you won't hardly know what's going on. So don't give up. If times are hard, good things nor bad things last forever. But most generally, we are in control of our own destiny. And when I say that, I mean this. If you're not getting ahead, you need to do something to allow yourself to get ahead. For an example, excuse me. For an example, if you want a good job, if you want a secure future, you have to have something to offer a prospective employer. Now, I'm not saying you need a PhD or a master's degree, but you do have to have something to offer. There's going to be a time in this country that people that know how to work with their hands, plumbers, electricians, carpenters, cement layers, machine operators, mechanics, people that know how to work with their hands are going to be in great demand. Yes, it's true. You have to have education and training to be an engineer or a doctor or a lawyer. But I'll tell you the truth. I spent 60 years working. I was successful. I've started a couple of businesses. I'm not a wealthy man, but I'm a guy that came from living in the back of an old car to having a nice retirement and to be able to talk to you on this thing. So I'm going to close, but I just wanted to share that with you this morning. Young people, I love you. I do. I love young people. My grandmother always said, you know, when a baby smiles, the angels sing. And that's true, I believe. But young people, you're the backbone of this country. You're the backbone of the world. I don't care if you're in Asia, Africa, Korea, Japan. I don't care where you are, the United States. You are the leaders, the future leaders of this world. So reach out. Be yourselves. Don't be afraid to go after what you need. So I love you. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Damn. I really most definitely I hope for him, but most definitely probably he would be dead, right? By now.
And inside that, we have to just copy this part. So do we go back up here? And let's start from
Oh,
here. So
I
first
did
of
the
all, we
right
will need an
thing.
image to
Okay.
find the hand.
Yep. Need an image. That is going to be parameter. I was thinking why I didn't do that. And wait, what about
On.
capture? What
So
about
that
that?
will be this image. And then hands is not being recognized because it has to be self.hands. So we are
Where's the while true statement?
We're talking about this object because it has
Where's the while?
are part of the shelf everywhere. So we will put it here inside, and then we will go back up here, and let's start from here. So first of all, we will need an image to find the hands on. So that will be this image, and then hands is not being recognized because it has to be self.hands. So we are talking about this object within this object. So then we have mp.draw. So this should be self.mpdraw.
Here. So this statement right here is not necessary, I suppose. What is necessary? Image RGB. We need this, right?
And then self.hands connection. So that should be good. And should we draw it inside? I don't think we need to draw it here. In fact, we do not even need to get the landmarks from here. What we can do is we can keep this outside and we can comment this.
I'm so confused at the moment. I'm sorry. And oh, good. See class and method. Okay, call a method. Uh, hmm. So what does it do? It captures the landmarks and IDs. Okay, so said we don't need this. What do we need?
So here, this is what we need basically to draw the hands. So we can put a flag here. We can
Okay, so all of this. Okay, I'm gonna take all of this. Okay, I need it. He may not need it, but I do. So we is not capture is on difference. Okay, okay. Capture is on different. I did not delete right now. So this capture is on different. So uh, if self dot results self results. Should I delete it too? I should delete it. Causing complexity for no reason at all. Self dot mp hands. This self dot mp hands and mp draw. Sorry, not hands. Here self dot save this thing.
write here draw, and we can put it by default as true, and we can check if we want to draw or not. So here we can write here if draw, then do this.
Oh, so this is a cool parameter. Okay, see. So draw equals to true. So if we put a value here that is false, then okay, don't talk now. If draw such that. Okay, see what is happening is like if we don't want to draw connections, we just want it to process it. We can just write it false and it will just not show it. Okay, that is a very cool.
Okay, so it will only draw if we ask it to draw. So I
Yep,
think this is
exactly.
good enough to actually run the code or run the class without actually.
Okay, this def main. I've not created this part. Why did I not create this part? Def main uh and we have why do we have while true here? Okay, I understand, I understood, not understood. I should fuck it. Understood. Fuck this shit. Hmm, here. Hmm. Okay, so p times equals 0 and that stuff. P times equals 0. Why is it dark? FPS bottom and spot right here. Huh? What the hell, bro? Is being on a fucking line that important? Bro. Uh,
getting the list. So for testing, this should be fine. So what we can do here,
video. Yes, this part too, right? Ah, this part too. Is FPS dark? My success image are.
so we will create a new method within this class that will find the position for us. It will give that list for us. But for now, we will just test to see everything is working so far or not. So here we will first create our object. We will call it detector is equals to hand detector. And we will not give in any parameters because we know that we have these default parameters already there. So once that is done, we will get our image. And once we get the image, we are going to send this image. We are going to write here detector dot. Now this is the method here, find hands. So this is the method within our class. So we will write here find hands and we have to give in our image. So that is the most important.
Oh, so everything is going to happen in main. Okay, that's good. And to display uh this thing too, right? I did not copy. So what happened was, to sum it up, we are going to create inside, not inside while true. So we want detector, uh, detector equals hand detector, and no default parameters, because default parameters are good. Hand detector, yep. And find hands be inside this, right? And
Component. So we might need to draw on it. So we need to return the image if we have drawn on it to give in our image. So that is the
detector dot find hands. Okay, so the detector dot find hand an image. Whew. Let me understand it again. Can I understand it again? Some crazy shit that we did today. So we basically organized everything. So this is the detector part. It's just going to detect. Detector will detect, right? Right? No, it is a class, it's not a function. Oh, so okay. I got it. So initialize. There was also like a constructor in Java, if I can recall. So if we are making the hand detector work by default, then this function is going to work as default, like if you are going to call the class. So that is happening, and then this just a function method, sorry, a method. So
most important component. So we might need to draw on it. So we need to return the image if we have drawn on it. So we will return the
yep.
image. So then we can
Okay, I got it. So but under which function? But if I find hands, okay. So return image, but return
So we need
is
to return the
under.
image if we have drawn on it. So we will
Okay, return is under this part.
return the image. So then we can go back and take the image over here. So image is equals to this. So if we run this now as a module, it should work. So
Okay, so we need okay, so according to him, this should work. It didn't work. It didn't work again. So we are not. What?
so let's see if we did any mistake. Uh, yeah, it's working. Oh yeah, that's good.
What?
Turn the image. Now as a module, it should work. So let's see if we did any mistake. Let's do this.
Oh,
So
I
if we run
thought.
this now as a module, it should work.
Okay, so what? As a module, this should work. Run, run as task. Uh, how do I run it as a module? Like this? Click on this. How do I run main? Not Python file. Run. Shit, I don't have Py. Oh my god, it's annoying, right? Run Python file. Run Python turn as task. Run main. Bro, come on.
So let's see if we did any mistake. Position. And we are going to give in the parameters of our image. Now we don't really need the parameter of the image. Three, whichever. Here the issue is that we were using that whether it is filled actually run this.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna call it a day here. How do I run the main method? uh, hmm, bro, how do I run this? Run Python. Run. Oh, how do I run the yeah, this is also shit. You did not tell me how to run it. Main if how do I run it? No, seriously, how do I run? Print main, run main. How do I run a method? How to run a where- how to run a specific method in Python and call a method by its name with parentheses. Oh, just this. So is this main? oh, This should work, right? What? Bruh, this I can't. Hand detector is not defined. Detect Detector. What defined? What do you mean it's not defined? And detector. See, it's fucking defined. What do you mean not defined? Huh? Line 45. I don't have a line 45. Line 5 in module. What? This name hand detector is not. What do you mean name hand detector is not defined? Line 31 in main. Line 31. Oh, this. Oh, detector. 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 The detector hand detector. What do you mean it's not defined, bro? And that should not work. Yep, that should work.
Yeah, it's working. If we have drawn on it, so we will. So that is the image. So then we can go back and take the image over here. So image is equals to this. So if
Why is it saying not defined? I don't understand why it is saying not defined. So did I do something wrong at the exact starting?
and inside that we will write def inits in itself, and inside that we have to give in our parameters. So these parameters are the basic parameters that are required for this hands. So if you remember, we went to the hand and we have all these parameters. So these are the ones that we will be using to input that. So that we have the flexibility of changing these.
I did exactly that. What do you not? Name hand detector is not defined. What do you mean it's not defined? Why isn't my code running? Your main function is defined inside the hand detector class and body then follow. So it doesn't need to be. Okay, something is wrong and I don't know what. Oh, okay. So, okay, so def main does not supposed to be part of this. That is why. That is why. Should invoke with what the what now, bro? 571? There's no 571. What are you on about? Media pipe dot python frame open packet what? Oh, kill. Wait, uh is the AI code going to run? No, same stuff. Integer. What integer? What should be integer, brother? Tell me. The following argument types are supported. Argument integer, MediaPipe Python, famous binding packet worked with 0.5. The C uses dual library initializing. Okay, to be precise, I have no idea of why is not working. Is self image self dot image is equals to image. Is that is that the problem? Self dot image, right? And self dot image return self dot image. This should work. Uh, I am not understanding this at all. Is this going to be what do you do for success part? I'm pretty sure you did not cut it off.
Right, it goes land. If we will go back up here and let's start from here. So first of all,
But then while true, so was creating main the first.
for 4 and 210. So that will make it very easy for us to create new projects. So let's see how we can do that. So now we will create a modules file. So here we will all of this code and we will paste it here is equals to main. This means that if we are running this script, then do this. So whatever we write in the main part will be like
Okay, so it means if Okay, so it means default fucking value equals equal. Uh, what? Nah,
like a dummy code that will be used
I would
to
like to
showcase what can
struggle.
of this. So why let's copy this true, and in fact all of this as well. Not that. Let's copy this part first. So we'll put this here, and then this part here also for the frames FPS. We will put it down here. And what else? What else do we need? Yeah, the video capture. Yeah, and this hand to hand is mode that assign. So
This working. So this is working, right? And this is not working. Why? Guys, to be honest, I do not have the energy to do it anymore. So this is going to be end of day 8. Please, please tell me if you have any solution to this. And guys, I will see you tomorrow. So I did say I was gonna end it, but I spent an extra 20 minutes and I found it. So you saw this very thing that I said that we don't need is actually very needed, because without this, uh, this couldn't index what I was talking about basically. So uh, so this like it's written right, initializes a media pipe hand object. So this hand object wasn't, how do I say it, initializing correctly, because I did not give it the proper set of arguments. So I wonder what will happen if I just go boot and run it. And it is going to register because defaults are better. Bruh. It's gonna run again. Still, it's gonna run again. Oh my god, took so, and the error was not very convincing. So, okay, guys, this is the end of day 8. I will see you guys tomorrow.